Welcome to the Masquerade. In this Minecraft series, you start off with a role. You are either good, neutral, or evil. One evil player is selected to be the leader. As the leader and other evil players, your goal is to kill or get killed as many good players as you can, so that once good team has an equal number of players as the evil team, you win. The good team has to get every single evil player killed. Specifically, get killed the leader. Once the leader is dead, all other evil players die. The neutral players have their own win condition, that if they win, either the game continues, or the game is over and they win. That is dependent on what the role is. So some roles may not end the game, some may. Now, what makes this special is you cannot outright PvP. Traps are allowed, and you can cause someone's death, but no PvP is allowed. On top of that, you don't know other players' roles, and every role has its own ability. You could be anything, really. Anything that has to do with the role. You could do anything that has to do with the role, too. That is really depending on you. Now, everyone gets to play regular survival without any mobs for an hour and a half. And then, everyone gets to use their abilities. Like I said, abilities you'll learn further on. Then, vote on who they think is evil. Majority wins. Or you can choose to skip. Either way, let this party, this masquerade, for lack of a better term, begin.
As the day began, I decided it would be the best bet to start getting materials, because if I was able to get materials, I could further explore the map without stress, and meet some new possible teammates for later on. Around the server, there's many biomes, from the mesa biome, to the savanna, to the taiga, and to the regular forests, as well as others. So I would have no problem finding an area to live. That is a story for later on, though, because I decided that it was best, like I mentioned, to go mining. Because as I knew at the time, roles would be revealed shortly, and I didn't want to be around other players when that happened. In this cave, this was my first interaction with a player that I believed was there, because I found locks. So I immediately saw the trail of torches that followed, and eventually decided to follow it myself to see if I could find a player. that I ran into turned out to be someone I have seen before. Annual, a member of the community that you have probably actually met before. So I decided to stay with him for a while to make you up. Well, isn't that wonderful? So basically, yeah, right. So this is what my role does. And, yeah. Annual then told me that they were either the spy or they were the bounty hunter, which spy is evil, so I really hoped that they were the bounty hunter. As the next part of this day began, I immediately rushed out, hoping, once I left the cave, that I could find another player that I could possibly team with. In the process, I managed to find someone you've seen on the channel before, Dusty, a player who was very undergeared and claimed to be the librarian. And for the rest of the day, I decided that me and Annual, with the occasional Dusty tagging along, would go find a place to live. We went through many places, but I'll let that play out on its own. And with that, the first night begins. This marks the end of the first day. Sadly, I had lost a trusted friend and ally, and we had no information to go off of, so we decided to skip our vote towards anyone who we thought was suspicious, and just leave it up to fate from there to decide the next day. As the first day began, my two teammates, Dusty and Annual, both assembled near the center of our town, to discuss. But I was already off on a mission, because I had heard about a party at Yellow's new house with another player, and I decided that I would go attend. At said party, I was able to meet Yellow himself, a player who was suspected, as well as his teammate Kia, who was also suspected to be evil, Tyrone, a player who claimed that they were a lover, but did not know who their other lover was, which was surprising, and Youth, the player I suspected. Now, I left the party immediately because Tyrone started dropping dripstone, but it did not kill anyone. So, everyone survived. Don't know if that's going to last for long, but something else happened that would change this SMP forever. Scene when we decided that we would go visit Bop and Jaden, two other players who really were just calm and collected and had their own little house in the middle of the Mesa biome, not knowing that what we did possibly would be a disaster in and of itself. As the day came to a close after that near-death experience, I knew that I could trust Jaden, and I trusted Bop to an extent, and I knew I couldn't trust Annual, but that problem would sadly fix itself. But first, I knew that it wasn't gonna be safe for me to stay around where my old place was. Because if Annual came back, trying to kill me again, what was I to do? So I left, knowing that, most likely, Annual would die, since he's the only stoppable in alignment in the entire game. Since the evil players knew who he was, since he basically revealed what he was due to a misconception about his role, I knew he would die. So, I knew it was my time to take a new place to live, and maybe go looking for more teammates.
Now, to give you all the basics as to how this has gone, and really where we're at this point. We have 9 people alive, 3 people dead, 3 evils still alive. Let me explain what the deal is. So, first we have, let's see, myself. We can start off with myself. I am the mayor, I am alive and well. And we have my neighbor, Jaden, who turns out to be the tea lady who saved me from dying day 2. The other neighbor of them is Bop, who has claimed fortune telling, which is a good claim because it helps the town out tremendously. Next up, we have, let's see. Well, while we're at it, make sure to like and subscribe. It is currently like 3 o'clock in the morning for me as I'm editing this. But otherwise, yeah. I lost all of my footage from the series, so everything I have to do is follow replay. So please understand that I am low-key trying aggressive. Next we've got Jay. Now, Jay is a wild card because Jay hasn't really interacted with the group much, other than the fact that he's burned down the village and just really wreaked havoc. And he likes to accuse me, even though I'm confirmed good. Next, we have Wardy, who on day 2 attacked Yellow, Kia, and Youth, and is claiming lover, though they don't know who their other lover is, which is not how the role works. So, but they have seemed to anger some other people as well, and yeah, that's fun. Next we have Hawk, who hasn't really interacted with everybody, so we can't really go off of that. Next we have Indy, who is dead. They haven't really said what they are. Then have Kia. He hasn't said what he is yet, so we can't really go off of anything. Next we have Youth, who is saying they're the butler. We which is counterclaiming because there's only one neutral. Butler is neutral, and Bounty Hunter is also neutral. So that counterclaims against Annual. So I don't know what to believe, but I really don't believe that Duke is very good. We have Dusty, who's claimed Librarian, but I prefer to get any information whatsoever, which is sad. Goodbye to my teammate. Two of the 3 dead players on the teammates. Last but not least, we have Yellow. He hasn't claimed anything, so I don't really know what he is. But it's okay. Well, he's suspected highly by everybody, and I have a plan. Anyway, get back to it.
Before anything else could happen, I was approached by a player. A player you might not expect.
Can we make a deal? We're running out of time.
It turns out that after the events of day 2 at the party, half of the server at least wanted him dead, all of which were still alive. So I didn't want that to happen, because I knew that he was good, especially after he confirmed to me that he was the village idiot and gaining information every single day. So I knew deep down I had to keep him safe and alive. So I continued, and I knew what I had to do. I would protect him with my life, knowing that I couldn't die unless Jaden dies as well.
Hey you can turn the sun away, wrap the moon in ice. If we can do what we do best, we're nocturnalized. Oh, and you can take your angel friends on the magic ride. Yeah, we can do what we must do to keep the dream alive.
third night again. This was close to the end. There were 7 people alive. Possibly people would die during the night. And then there would be the meeting that would decide it all. It was pretty much confirmed that Yellow was definitely evil, so I definitely killed one of the evil players. I also put up a trap that killed Jay, so I also technically did kill another player. Even if they're innocent, it was still good because they wanted to kill me after the stunt I pulled. So, at least I'm protecting myself and Wordy. Or am I? At this point, I was getting very nervous because all of a sudden, you've started accusing Wordy of being evil alongside everybody who is still alive, well, and even the dead players who were suspecting it were even intervening. So I had to defend Wordy as best I could, even though it really didn't turn many people. The votes came in and it was pretty much getting screwed over as people started voting. I used my double vote on Youth because after that I realized Kia, Youth, and Yellow have been hanging around quite a bit, so maybe possibly that's our evil team. But sadly, to no avail, it was not good enough. And they managed to get 5 votes on Wordy and 4 votes on Youth, securing Wordy's death and the end of the day. As day 4 began, I looked back realizing how many people I had failed. I had gotten all 3 of my teammates killed. I had gotten 3 players that weren't even remotely part of my team killed, even if one of them was evil. And here we are, still at top 6, top half. Did I really deserve to be this far? Now, as we got to the final day, something unexpected happened. Turns out that you had died during the night. Immediately I jumped on that and noticed that the imp roll, which was the most thought possible evil roll, was that if you can kill yourself, you can pass that on to your minion. And knowing by my logic that Yellow and you for evil, I immediately pinned it on Kia, knowing full well that it was probably Kia. And to my knowledge, I thought everyone would agree. And lucky for me, I got 3 other players to vote with me. As much as the evil team tried to vote and get this changed, it was to no avail, as we immediately executed Kia, and the game has ended. So this is it. The end of an era. The end of a town that went through tragedy. Many losses, and not many of us remained. But in the end, some of us still were able to clean up the mess of this broken, decayed world. While the few of us us left didn't know what to do in the days that followed. Some of us made peace with the fact that we didn't have any team left. There was barely any of us left, but some decided that they would move on in life, find new people. Others couldn't bear the thought of continuing this, so they took their own way. But I decided that I would live on in a world tarnished by emotions. Sadness, happiness, crying, anger, untrustworthiness, loss, and emotion of any kind. And although there was no one left to see the place, I decided it was fine, because not every story has to have a happy ending.